That is the magic that happens when 18 and 45 combine across India and the world. More relief than euphoria. More thank God than oh yes. You're watching Cricbuzz Live. Harsha, Bhogle and Zaheer in the house. It's been a happy, pleasant, blissful Saturday, gents.
That's how you do it, na? That's how you do it.
Easy?
That's how you do it. They made it look very easy. Was it easy? We'll have a discussion on that.
Yep.
But they sure made it look very, very easy. And I was just telling Zach while we were watching this, gee, that tells you how well India bowled on the same surface.
Yep.
It did become easier suddenly to bat in the second inning. The ball come on a lot better. Or with great players, do they just write their own scripts?
This was vintage Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. It's been a long time since we saw these two bat together like this. We'll talk about the numbers, etc. later, but just the sheer feeling that one gets when we watch these two bat like this.
Yeah, convincing. I think convincing victory, some superb batting display. Vintage Rohit, yes, you can say that. You know, he was looking much more relaxed. There's that first boundary which he hit off Stark was just the indication of what was coming. Looked in sublime touch, and Virat as well, equally giving him a solid partnership between them. That first run celebration from Virat.
That was the cutest part of the day.
Yeah, I think releasing all the pressure, you know, just sending a very nice positive signal to everyone.
You know, I never thought I would use the word cute about Virat Kohli. And there's lots of adjectives you'll use about Virat Kohli. You'll never use the word cute. And yet that smile under the helmet when he got that first run was as if to say, yaar, hota hai kya hai usme? Yeah, so I really enjoyed that bit.
He was in the mood after 2 ducks and he hit that first run, a huge relief, a moment of relief for him as well. But Rohit Sharma, 50th International 100, 33rd ODI 100, 9th against Australia, 6 in Australia. If anyone needed any proof that this guy is an all-time great, especially in white ball cricket, there you have it. One more, well controlled. He just looked like it was a stroll in the park for him.
If anybody needed proof that Rohit Sharma is an all-time great white ball,
not a cricket fan,
hasn't been watching cricket.
Yep.
I mean, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli are two of the greatest white ball players to have played the game. So you don't. I mean, it was great to watch them, but it just told us why they're great.
Yeah.
I mean, and to think that there was such a lot of talk about people who 3 matches ago won a player of the match in a Champions Trophy final. Yep. Someone who 4 matches ago won a player of the match in the Champions Trophy semi-final. So Virat and Rohit have not come back. They never went. They never went away from the ODI game. The last time they played an ODI game, Kohli got 2 player of the match awards. Yeah. One against Pakistan, one in the semi-final. Rohit Sharma got a player of the match award in the final. And after that, they'd only played 2 games. So they never went away. So, I mean, so it's not a comeback. They just... Yeah.
Zach, for the last decade and a half, these two have very directly, strongly influenced India's mood index, happiness index, and life just seems so blissful, so beautiful, so happy when these two bat like they did tonight.
Yes, I think it was important for both of them this series in many ways than one. So there is no doubt about that. There's no brushing aside that fact that you know, end of the day, the team will have a plan for the World Cup. It's just about what kind of hunger they have. Yeah. You know, how they're going to look at the whole situation. All those things also were going to matter. And I think today's display was just going to put all those discussions to rest. You know, that is something which is evident. And like I mentioned earlier as well, you know, it's just about having enough faith and having a clear-cut strategy and a plan. You can't see series by series. Yep. You just got to see, okay, fine, this is where we are at. These two have been great servant of the games, great servant for the Indian team, contributed immensely. If this is what they want, let's just have that faith and just carry on with that and see where it takes you.
You know, I have absolutely no issues with Gautam Gambhir and Ajit Agarkar asking Rohit and Virat, what are your plans for the future? How much longer do you think you want to go on? And these are conversations that will not stop after this innings either. There's no harm at all in the coach, the selectors asking him that question and then seeing what they say about themselves. And these are healthy conversations to have. So if both of them say, no, we think we're good to go another year, we'll keep our fitness, I'll prove my fitness to you. Rohit has come back looking much fitter than he ever did. Virat will look fit till his last day on this planet.
Yeah.
So I don't mind these conversations at all. If I was coming to the end of my career, which is around the corner maybe, but if someone asked me how much longer do you want to go, I'd say, yeah, fair enough for you to ask me. This is what I think. So there's nothing wrong in those conversations. And with this performance, they have just put runs to what their words were saying. They were saying, yes, we are here still. And now they've put runs to match that. So there's nothing wrong.
Therefore, this is their 12th 150 plus partnership together, Rohit and Kohli. Is this or should this be a narrative changing performance for the two of them? Because the chatter before this game would have been different. Yeah. Should it be different?
But the chatter from whom? The chatter from whom? Zach didn't have it.
Should they be looked at differently after this?
But why were they being looked at differently all along in the first place? Because they've retired from T20. They've retired from Test cricket. They've not retired from ODI cricket. The last time they played ODI cricket for India, they were both in fantastic form. The last time they played, Rohit had a very decent IPL. Virat had a magnificent IPL. So who is starting this conversation?
Okay, let me rephrase this. If this partnership hadn't happened, if they had gotten out for 10, 20...
Then you had 3 innings without a partnership.
Okay.
So 2 innings, yeah, you look rusty, you've come back for a while. He's had this innings. This innings doesn't prove that, wow, Virat is back. Or doesn't prove, you know what, Virat is great. It just tells you, listen, they're very good players. They've done what they always do.
Yeah. But as a broadcaster, performances like these perhaps allow commentators like yourselves to just unleash your vocabulary and go all out. It's a high that you would look forward to as well, right?
To me, more than an achievement, if I was calling that, I would focus on warmth. Yeah. It's a beautiful feeling for their fans. Yeah. I mean, Zach can understand. I mean, suppose Zach was out of the game for a year with an injury, came back, picked up 5. The fans would feel very happy. It's not a time to show anger. Yeah. It's not a time to say, it's a beautiful feeling that great players are still making us happy.
And Rohit's celebration was exactly indicating that, isn't it?
I was going to come to that.
It's not about proving a point. You know, I mean, when you are playing at this level, this is what you want to do, right? You want to win games of cricket for your team. Yeah. You want to go out there, put up the great show. And that's what playing cricket is all about. So ups and downs, everything is part of it. I think from the planning point of view or the concerns, what Harsha is also saying is that, you know, you need to sit across and have that dialogue in all honesty and in all openness. I think, you know, that is something which is very important, and then figure out a plan. You know, there are shadow tours happening all the time. So if you think that, okay, you know, number of games right till the big one is a concern, then you can address that issue differently, you know, by making sure that there are enough games slotted. Doesn't have to be international games, just about making sure that you are in touch and managing yourself to be there in tune for the big one.
Huge spike in India's happiness index tonight because of these two, Rohit and Kohli. A partnership of 168. Rohit batted the full 38.3 overs, and therefore, if there was any question mark on his fitness or his physical preparedness, all those questions have been answered. Rohit Sharma, once again, was in the mood, and especially when he hits those big ones here. Is that a barometer for you?
I just think he batted like Rohit Sharma.
Yeah.
You know, that first 70 that he got in the second game, he was a little edgy to start off, a little lucky, played and missed, Hazelwood was all over. And we remember we were sitting here and we were talking about what you do with your luck. And he used the luck to make a 70. Today he just batted like Rohit Sharma.
Yeah.
What I liked also, and I don't know if Zach agrees, he was 8 of 17 balls. Luckily the target wasn't very big, but he didn't go boom boom from first ball, gave himself time, settled down, and they both have the game to go on and make it big afterwards.
74 of 81 for Virat Kohli once again, very much as he often is, especially in the second innings in an ODI, in control, knew what they were doing and just went about it like it's just a stroll in the park.
Yeah, at any point it didn't look like the pressure is on. Yeah. I think, you know, today's run chase, we did touch upon the fact that the pitch looked good. Indian bowlers really did well to pull things back. And 236 was going to be a comfortable run chase is what we were expecting in the mid-innings. But these two took it to another level. With the new ball, there's always going to be that much of a help. That short bit of concern was always going to be there. But yeah, I think both these guys just chanceless, got into it, looked smooth, looked elegant, and looked very, very calm and composed run chase by both these guys.
And that celebration, the hug, and those are going to be snapshots that will do the rounds on social media as well. What matters is...
That's the front page. If I'm a newspaper editor,
Yeah.
that's the front page of tomorrow's newspaper. Just a little picture at the top, the two guys hugging each other.
We're still here.
Oh, we just never went
We
away.
never went back.
We never went away. We're still here, we never went away.
It's going to be a very blissful Saturday evening for all India cricket fans, but we've got to take a look at the Australia perspective as well. Let's put up the bowling card on your screen now. Do we look at this as India exposing the lack of depth or variety in the Australian lineup, or do we say, but Stark and Hazelwood didn't bowl their full overs? What's the best way to look at it?
I don't know. Maybe after a while they thought it's not worth it. Right?
Looked like that.
Yeah.
Looked like it. Look, they'd already won the series. 2 matches were won. Josh Hazelwood and Mitchell Stark pretty much played the series, in preparation to the Big Ashes, which is going to be just a month down the line. So I think they got everything what they wanted out of the series. The first spell is something which they were looking at. Josh Hazelwood getting Shubman Gill out. There was that help, that movement which was there, which they've been doing in the series. And after that, it didn't look like, at any stage, the bowlers were going to trouble any of the batters.
Yeah.
So that's why we've seen Matthew Short also coming into bowl. Spinners were given a chance.
Yeah.
And that was it. It didn't look like Australia were also like very desperate to try different things to make the game out of it.
Stark's second spell was a 2-over spell. He bowled his 7. Hazelwood, I think, only 5. But the others, perhaps, obviously, were never going to have the kind of impact that they would have expected because these two were locked in.
Very impressed a couple of days ago with the way Matt Short batted, with the way Cooper Connolly batted. But I think they're some distance away from being all-rounders.
Yeah.
So I think they're still some distance away from being regular contributors with the ball. Certainly in conditions like these, they didn't seem complete enough. So they'll still need that all-rounder stroke fifth bowler. Zach was talking about Cameron Green, remember in the morning? Yeah. Morning seems such a long time ago, one day international. But that'll complete the side.
But it would be a fallacy to judge the health of Australia's one-day cricket on the basis of this series. Let's talk takeaways. Takeaways for Australia first from the series.
Well, I think Stark and Josh Hazelwood, they both created those opportunities in the first spell. That is something which was very positive. I think Cooper Connolly's batting, he looked good. Owen also showed the signs of having that kind of power which can have the impact at the back end. I think those are the biggest takeaways for Australia. Of course, Travis Head and Mitch Marsh will be very, very crucial for them to make that impact at the top. Zampa's bowling also, I would say, makes a huge difference in those middle overs. Today also he was very economical and looking to create opportunities.
For you, Australia?
Thoda, there might be a little disappointment from Nathan Ellis today.
Yeah.
Because they see him, especially in the T20 game, bowling at the back end as well. Today he bowled up at the top, through the middle. He didn't really threaten. He came in place of Xavier Bartlett. Bartlett got better conditions to bowl in, let's be honest. Got much better conditions to bowl in. But I think they'll be just a touch disappointed today. But overall, they'll say with this side, we beat India 2-1. So overall, I think they'll be very happy because they will have these little setbacks on the way to planning. Their planning is 2 years away.
One of the statistical takeaways for India is that the champion, the modern master Virat Kohli, is now the second highest run scorer in one-day international cricket, behind his hero Sachin Tendulkar. He went past the great Kumar Sangakkara in this innings. Take a look at the difference in the number of innings between him and Sangakkara.
You're talking of 5 players, all of whom are greats.
Yep.
And yet, even amongst those, there's a reason that we say Virat Kohli is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
An earlier generation will talks glowingly about Viv Richards. But the thing with one-day cricket is every 6-7 years it changes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have 2 balls, sometimes you have 1 ball. Now we're going to change the playing conditions again very shortly. To start with 2 balls, finish with 1 ball, field restrictions have changed. So just look at the joy that he's given in the years that he's played. In the years that Kohli has played, Has he been the best ODI batter? What do you think?
Yeah, he has been.
The year that he's played, he's been the best ODI.
Look at the kind of consistency he's achieved. You know, that takes a lot of determination. And I think he's just been very driven. I think, you know, the one word stands out with Virat, and you can easily associate with him always, is he's got tremendous appetite for runs, and the drive is just noticeable.
He must have been a police officer in his past life because he loves to chase, and chase he did once again. Take a look at the number of 50s in chases. Virat Kohli, there is a reason why he's called Chase Master. These are ridiculous numbers, Harsha. 70, 50 plus scores in chases, and I'm sure a huge number of those will be in winning causes.
In the previous graphic, we had how many one-day innings he's played, right?
293.
293. So 1 in 4.
Plus the hundreds.
Correct, but 1 in 4 has been a 50-plus run chase. It's extraordinary. I mean, in his prime, and it's fair to say that about Virat Kohli, in a slight past tense, in his prime, nobody chased better. It didn't matter what the target was, and that is why I remember saying 2 or 3 times on air, I think he's just got a timer in his head. He's got a GPS that is telling you time and distance. It's just telling you a map, and he's controlling it. And I don't think there's been a better chaser than Virat Kohli.
In the 90s, it was always about Sachin Khelrai. The TV is still on. This guy has been the pulse of India's one-day cricket as well in this generation. If he is there, anything's possible. He'll change
there's no doubt about that, and just the sheer understanding of his own game. I think, you know, it just so. Any innings which you see of Virat Kohli, you know, that invariably, okay, today he took this single off on the onside, but usually it's just the back of the line delivery, ball going to third man and him getting off strike. You know, so that is something which is so usual for him. And I think, you know, the fact which Harsha also was trying to say is that, you know, is that autopilot mode. You know, you go in the zone very quickly because everything is just so set. First 15 runs is going to come in this fashion. Next 20 runs is going to come in this fashion. And then if you're chasing, they're running between the wickets. You know, so converting ones into twos, putting pressure on the opposition, having the target decoded with say slots of 3 overs, 5 overs. He's been very vocal about it. And I think it's just time and again doing that and just becoming a habit.
You know, when you were a kid, you needed help to find your way home, right? Parents ka haath pakda, bade bhai ka haath pakda, ke ghar kidhar hai, dhoonte aaye. After a while, you know your way home. Then one day it's dark, the lights are off, you still know your way home. You got the feeling after his first couple of years that Virat Kohli just knew the way home. I think the turning point came with that 180. He got a 180 against Pakistan? No, that may not have been in a run chase. He got 100 against Sri Lanka in 2012.
Hobart.
At Hobart. Yeah. And I think from there on, he just knew his way back home. And it didn't matter what the conditions were. As he said, he knew 10 to 20, I'm going to bat like 20 to 40, I'm going to bat like this. And that also comes from enormous self-belief. I know I own this moment. And So yeah, I'm just very, very happy for the two of them. I'm sure they've gone through stages in the last couple of months when they've been asking themselves questions, forget other people asking them questions, and a lot of short-sighted people raising doubts about their future. No, we always said, remember on this program, wait 3 games. They've been picked for 3 games, wait 3 games. Let's have a debate after 3 games. So I'm very happy for both of them, especially because they played the way they've always played.
It's hard-coded into their DNA. Both of them very happy to have batted together in an innings that lays to rest a lot of doubts and question marks from naysayers or the cynics. What did they say after this game? Listen to or take a look at what Rohit Sharma said. Here's his quote after the game, player of the match clearly. This is what he said: enjoy our cricket no matter what we've achieved so far. You have to forget what you've done for the last 15, 17 years. I guess same with Virat as well.
And player of the match? Rohit Sharma, player of the series. That's not bad, eh? Player of the series. Do you think Rohit Sharma has a future? Let's see. Player of the series. I think so.
Okay, Virat Kohli, what did he say? He loves playing in Australia, and I'm sure he'll be mighty pleased and relieved at having scored the number of runs he did. Situations in the middle get the best out of me. Very easy to bat with Rohit. Glad it was a match finishing stand, and that's been the cornerstone of his career, finishing the game. Even back in the day, we thought we could take games away from the opposition. It all started in 2013 versus Australia in the ODIs at home. They also know that games are sealed if we bat it 20 overs together.
That is the line,
Swagger
isn't
is
it?
very much there.
That is the line, isn't it? They know that if we bat 20 overs together. You remember that series in 2013? I remember it because whatever the score the team batting first made was chased down. Now, I remember there was a game, I can't recall straight, it was in Indore or in Nagpur. Australia made 359 or 358 or something like that, batting first. And India chased it down with 7 overs left. 360 for 1. Every game was a run fest. In Bangalore, they were getting bored of hitting sixes, so they blocked 1 or 2 in between. But that 360 for 1 was in 2013 against Australia at home. And yeah, it's Rohit turning opener. So Rohit, whether it was
2013 Champions
don't
Trophy.
forget Shikhar Dhawan as part of the trio. Shikhar was fantastic. I think that might have been in Jaipur. Shikhar was fantastic with these three. Yeah.
This statement is not arrogance, it's just supreme confidence and self-belief and self-awareness, right? They know what they're all about.
I like what Rohit has also mentioned. I like what Virat has also mentioned, that 20 overs of them batting together is going to have that impact. It also everyone knows that if they batted 20 overs, 120 deliveries between them, they both have a very distinct style. Like Rohit, as he's getting more into his innings, he's going to up the ante, look to hit sixes, and that is going to make things very difficult for bowlers. What Rohit also mentioned is basically saying that you're as good as your last game.
Yeah.
So even if you've played for so long, you got to have that kind of outlook towards the game, and that really keeps you grounded. That really keeps you hungry for more. And so they both are in sync with what the situation is. And ready to do whatever it takes to be there for the big one.
This balanced perspective, this self-awareness, this awareness of the opposition, isn't this the heart of what the next generation of batters must inherit? I mean, there are players who can hit the cover drive and the straight drive and field well, but isn't this the software that they must inherit?
It's coming because they're watching these two. They're understanding how to close games. I thought Tilak Varma played an innings the other day in the final of the Asia Cup that Virat Kohli would have been proud of.
Yeah.
So the next generation, if you're a young Tilak Varma or still relatively young Shubman Gill, you're sitting there watching how they're finishing games. And that is why Indian cricket is so blessed at the moment that there is a wonderful handover happening from one generation to another.
Yeah.
I saw that. I thought when I saw Tilak Varma played that inning, that was the first thought. I'm sitting at home and watching, and I'm thinking, if Virat Kohli's played that innings, he would have been proud of that innings too. So that's nice handovers is happening. And both these people, I'm sure they're very generous with their time. Yeah. I see them at the end of IPL games. At the end of the IPL games, there are little huddles around. When MS is playing, there's a queue. But even when Virat is playing, you see after the innings is over, there are little huddles going around, he's talking. That is when he suddenly becomes the old Delhi boy. Yeah. Not the suave, sophisticated man of the world, right? He's that old Delhi boy with all these friends. So you see all that happening. Yeah. So I think that information handover is happening, and that's such a big thing.
There's also some banter around Virat Bhaiya bad day though, but these two, Rohit
Abne dunga.
Pichli baar to diya. But this largesse of the heart and this willingness to give to younger players has been a cornerstone of Indian cricket since the days of Kapil Pajo, maybe before him as well.
Always the case, I think, and if you've played your cricket in Mumbai, it's pretty much a normal, isn't it? Like you go to play games, all the senior players, they will be teaching you a thing or two, will be having conversations around the situations. And that has been the case with the Indian cricket team as well. Over the decades, we've seen that. The best way to learn is go out there, fail, and then try and adapt and figure out. And the other way is just having conversations. What you can do differently, or how someone used to approach situations. And then you have your own style. So it's not that you're going to follow everything to the T, but it's just about picking these nuggets and then applying it in your own way, in your own game, in your own style to get better.
We've seen this handover. Look at how Tendulkar has helped Kohli. It's not always big in the news. Tendulkar has never been one to go out and say, this is what I did. But in Kohli's weak moments, he's gone to Tendulkar. There's been a handover there.
Yeah.
You see what Yuvraj is doing with Abhishek and all these younger players. To the extent that Abhishek says, oh, 30 pe out ho gaya, you hi paji marenge mere ko. You know, in a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
So you see that handover is always happening. So that tells me there's very good air that people are breathing in Indian cricket. There's a very positive air in Indian cricket. There's a lot of people who search for negatives, who are searching for scandals. Yes, that will also be there. There will always be negatives. But overall, the air that people are breathing is very, very positive. And I'm sure the IPL has had a very, very big part to play in that. So I'm very happy with where Indian cricket is. Generally, it's a happy day.
Yeah.
We started the series with people saying, Roko, Roko. They said, Ruk jana nahi. Chalte rehne do. At least for a while. Because this is the easiest format for these two. And they can continue playing this.
सारे संदेहों को अब रोको. अच्छा सोचो. It's been a series where India has done progressively better. The first one, they lost by 7 wickets in a rain curtailed
Glad you said
game.
that actually. I'm glad you said that to put in perspective that India actually lost the series 2-1.
Yeah. And the second one, of course, in Australia won that game by 2 wickets. And this one went India's way 2-1, the series, the ODI series to the ODI World Champions. And now it's the turn of the T20 World Champions, the Asia Cup champions as well, to get into a 5-game T20I battle against the Aussies. The first one will be played on Wednesday in Canberra. We have to look ahead to it. A slightly different looking squad, much the same as it was at the Asia Cup. Surya Kumar Yadav, the captain. Let's take a look at the India squad and see what our experts make of it. India start favourites?
They should. I think, looking at how they've been going on, doing their business in this format, and it just looks very, very challenging for any team to be able to beat this Indian side.
Yeah.
Add to that, Bumrah is also back, so that's definitely going to boost the bowling side of things. You've seen the power of Abhishek. You've seen the fearless approach of all the batters. Tilak has been in good form. So yeah, I think on the whole, it's you can say advantage India getting into the series.
Specific boxes India will look to tick because only about 4 months to go for the
Surya Kumar Yadav,
T20
definitely.
World Cup.
Surya Kumar Yadav had a phenomenal IPL.
Yeah.
I think he went past 25 in every innings. He made 700 runs in the IPL.
Yes.
But for India, he's not quite been the same player in recent times.
Yeah.
I think he would enjoy playing in these conditions, where the ball will come on. Jahan ball ruk ke aata hai, thora suddenly go shots, one might go here and there.
Yeah.
But in these conditions, I think a lot of Indian players now would be happier playing in Australia because the ball comes on so well, true bounce.
Yeah.
They all enjoy playing there. And this is a seriously good India side.
Once again, the bowling combination conundrum is answered differently when cricket's played in the UAE, but now they're in Australia. So what kind of combination you reckon India should or will go with?
Oh yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. I think whether they have enough faith in Shivam Dube to do that job is something which we'll have to see. They did try that in UAE when Hardik was not available for the last one. So I think they will look to use this opportunity to see if Shivam Dube can put his hand up and maybe contribute with 1 or 2 overs consistently.
Because when they were playing here, they were playing Kuldeep and Varun.
Yep.
And 1 fast bowler. They were playing 3 spinners.
Plus Hardik.
Yeah.
Would
Plus,
give you 4 overs.
when Hardik didn't play, Shivam was playing. But they were playing only 1 frontline fast bowler throughout.
Yeah.
Now here in Australia, can they only play 1 frontline fast bowler? Or if they play Bumrah and Arshdeep, it comes back to the same old question again. Do you want batting till number 8 or do you not want batting till number 8?
Can they afford batting till 8 in Australia?
That's been the template all along. We will have batting till 8. Now, if you want to have batting till 8, if you're playing Bumrah and Arshdeep, then you can only play one of Varun and Kuldeep. Whereas, because they were playing only 1 fast bowler all along, you could play 1 fast bowler and Kuldeep and Varun and use Hardik Pandya with the new ball. So we come back to that like there was a time when we always came back to number 4 in India. We come back to number 8. So that will be the thing to watch out for. Are they going to say, okay, 7 batters, will they 4 bowlers, or come what may, that is our template, we're going to play 8 batters. Sorry, we can only play 1 of Kuldeep or Varun.
We can sit in this Cricbuzz studio and think of various possibilities, but this question will be answered on Wednesday at about 1:16 p.m. In the afternoon. Let's now take a look at the Australia squad. They've announced different squads, of course, for this 5-match series. Maxwell plays only the first 3. Look at that. Hazelwood, the first 2. Okay, sorry, he comes in the third game on.
Don't worry, nobody will understand it anyway. Who's coming in, who's going?
Yeah, Hazelwood only for the first 2 games. Dwarshuis will miss only the third game. Abbott only the first 3. Beardman third game onwards. This is largely the composition of the squad. Harsha, your thoughts?
The plan there is Hazelwood plays 2 and then gets into Ashes mode.
Yeah.
So young Beardman, you saw him in the Under-19 World Cup. So he comes in for Hazelwood from the 30-20I onwards. So Hazelwood free to play the Ashes.
Yeah.
So let's keep that team on because it'll take a long time to decipher who's coming and who's going. Dwarshuis, I don't know what the situation is. But look at now, from now on, in this side, there's only one player that I can see here who's going to play the Ashes, and that's Travis Head. Because this is now a complete cut-off from the Ashes. There's no Alex Carey in this. Carey is going to go and play the Ashes.
Yeah.
So by the time the T20s start, I won't even be surprised if they release Travis Head after a while to go and play a Shield game. They've got 2 Shield games before the Ashes. So my gut feel is they might even release Head after a couple of games to go and play one Shield game before the Ashes.
Are they a bit light on spin bowling? Because Matt Koneman's there.
Yes.
Max was there third game onwards.
Yes, he's
And then
recovering.
there's
He's come back
Zampa.
from injury, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maxwell is, if he gets an injury, he gets like a big-time injury. And he gets these freak injuries. He'll fall off a golf cart.
Yeah.
Or he'll trip over a friend who's on the sofa. He gets all these weird injuries.
But this squad, clearly, India should fancy their chances in a 5-game series where you can try a few things and yet end up winning the series.
Well, it looks like it's going to be bat versus bat contest. You know, you both the sides, when you look at it, there's enough firepower.
Yeah.
And I think that is what is going to make interesting viewing.
Yeah.
You have the same faces, Mitch Marsh and Travis Head to open and put bowlers under pressure. You have power in Tim David. Maxwell always hit and miss, but Stoinis is someone who has been consistent with his power.
Yeah, it's interesting. Stoinis has... so Stoinis is back as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Can we look at that side again?
He's playing all the games.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Stoinis is back. He's retired from all other forms of the game. He's only playing T20s. So actually, it's a pretty powerful batting side. Inglis is a power hitter. David, Head, Marsh, Stoinis, Mitch Owen, Maxwell when he comes back. So it's a very powerful batting side. So as Zach said, I think it's a fair comment. I think it's going to be bat versus bat this series.
Right, players to watch out for. You mentioned Surya Kumar Yadav from the Aussie side.
Yeah. I like Mitch Marsh.
Okay.
Let's go in
each.
with Travis Head.
Okay.
I think for Australia and Abhishek Sharma for India.
Oh, he likes the ball coming on.
But what test bhi hoga Abhishek Sharma ka? There'll be bounce, the ball will come on to the bat. It'll be a good test for him.
And we will be watching once again. So will you. Cricbuzz Live will come to you at 1:15 p.m. on Wednesday. But before we tell you more about that, how about we give you the answer to the joy factor question? Let's take a look at the question first. And I don't know if Harsha has managed to crack it in the last 5 hours. Have you, sir?
1,000 runs as a base, the top 3 in an ODI stat list. So either he's a leading run scorers, or leading strike rates, or leading averages, or whatever. But they're the top 3, or they could be leading wicket takers. No, 1,000 runs as a base, all part of the same squad.
I know the answer because someone sent in an entry and that person tagged me, so I know. But I think...
So my first instinct was, could it be an IPL side, could be whatever, but it says ODI. So then slowly as you start thinking, it'll come down to saying, okay,
it's a great...
was someone a coach? Was someone a coach?
Okay,
something like that.
like that. Let's unravel the answer. Let's bring it up and tell Harsha and Zach what the answer is. Here we go then.
He comes up from time to time, does Ten Dushkare on those lists.
Yeah.
So the 3 of them are 1, 2, 3 in career batting averages in ODIs, and therefore part of the squad. But because Ten Dushkare is played for the Netherlands, he's not. Yeah, he's actually South African though. He's
Tricky question.
Proper South African.
Achari. He's in the mood. I think he's getting set for the IPL and the T20 World Cup already.
So when you meet him, when you go back to do your volleyball, tell him that he's upped his game again after giving us some easy ones for a while.
Okay, I'm meeting him for dinner tonight in Hyderabad. Who got it right? Is it one of our usual suspects or do we have a new Aman Mittal? Well done, new name.
कितने एल्स हैं इसके नाम में?
आजकल चल रहा है ना सर वो. Maybe Aman Mittal the third, part of some.
Or Aman Mittal the second. Or just
He's a cricket fan, so those three.
अरे
three
सर,
wickets
क्या
लो, क्या बात है?
क्या हो रहा है? वाह, अमन
Or
मित्तल की
maybe
लेवल.
there's just so many Aman Mittals that he kept on adding else till he got a unique ID.
Okay, so we're done with these early morning shifts. The best part is we get to wake up slightly later than the usual.
But do you know which city you're going to wake up in?
Sir, Mumbai.
But you just said you're having dinner in Hyderabad.
Well, I'm back day Monday, no?
You know, that's what they used to say about these mega stars and all, you know. Breakfast in London, lunch in New York, dinner in Chicago.
Breakfast.
Well done, yaar.
Monday onwards, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all Borivali. And I'm neither mega nor a star. Simple presenter on Cricbuzz.
I love, but did he just say, I'm meeting Joy Bhattacharya dinner in Hyderabad? You know?
अरे सर, stating a fact सर. चलो थोड़ा बहुत मजाक ठीक है. आज माहौल ही ऐसा है मस्ती वाला. The wonderful Sayami Kher, the very talented Sayami Kher, will be in this chair on Wednesday afternoon at 1:15 p.m. For Cricbuzz Live. Thank you Rohit. Thank you Kohli. ऐसे ही लगे रहो. Thank you. Bye bye.